Yeah, I don't really
That's
see
it.
an issue with it. And Spurs
But
fans are
even
always
with the
going to boo him
interview in
anyway.
general, like, he said all the right things after an entire year of Graham Potter, boys gave everything and just weed talk, and fucking Frank Lampard, just the dopiest manager I've ever watched in my life. It's good to have a manager who actually knows what he's talking about and says the right things. Saying that he wants players around who want to be here, which was a little shot at the Rats. I liked that. He was talking about how the players need to show passion in the way that they play and actually look like they give a shit about the club, which I said was a big reason as to why Stamford Bridge was so soulless last season. The players were soulless. They didn't give a shit. They gave up after 30 minutes because they were unfit as fuck. And then after the game, you have 3 of them clap the fans while the rest of them just walk off down the tunnel pissed off because they did nothing all game. It was soulless. When you go to a game expecting to lose without a fight, don't expect the fans to be chanting. Don't expect it to be a formidable atmosphere or anything like that.
Yeah, you
Obviously,
have to
it's
give the
still
fans
early
something
days.
to react to, bro.
Exactly. And we haven't done that. Haven't done that for ages. So I hope to see how it translates onto the pitch, but it feels like we have a manager who, as much as it sounds like a Yadar thing, he gets it. He fucking gets it. And I just hope he shows it on the pitch.
Yeah. How do you think he's gonna do? Like, I think he's gonna do well. I can't see him not doing well, to be honest, man. It'll be interesting to see how he sets up tactically, stylistically. Do you know what I mean? But one thing's for sure, like the players will play for him, innit? Like I've heard a lot about his man management from players that have played for him, and he knows how to get a tune out of players, innit? So it's gonna be interesting, especially with the younger players that you guys are bringing in. It'll be interesting what he gets out of them, bruv. But I don't know. I think he's gonna have you lot popping still.
The good thing for Poch is that because of last season, the standards are in hell with him initially. All you need to do is just like build a cohesive press, make a couple chances, fucking get us scoring some goals. That would be nice. And people will just be on him already. That's all he needs. Like, I remember when when Mendy first joined us, and we were just recovering from 2020 Kepa with the worst save percentage in Premier League history. Mendy was catching corners, and we were all celebrating that like it was a goal. So it's going to be the same energy with Poch. Just win your first match. Win your first. It's Liverpool at home, in it. So, okay, maybe not win your first match, but just start well and then just keep going on from there. But, like, I don't think there's a lot of standards that are going to be asked from him initially. I think he could get us a trophy as long as he takes it seriously. That would be the first thing I want to see from him. How serious do you take the cups right now? Because I've been saying no Champions League. That FA Cup and that League Cup, that's a Champions League to me right now. And you take it as seriously as the Champions League. Play the strongest 11. Beat whoever you have to beat. I don't care if you're playing fucking Accrington Stanley. I want the whole starting 11 playing. You're the reason why I'm in this position anyway. So do your job. Take him seriously. Get me to the final and get me a trophy. If I see him play like a massively rotated squad, I won't be happy. I won't lie. I won't be happy.
No,
especially with the whole
I don't think he's gonna do that. Yeah, with the one game a week, I don't see much rotation. I don't see it. We got Red there for the super chat. He said, "Do you think players aren't keen to come to United because of how fans have treated players like Pogba? Probably well liked by the players." I know what you mean, but I don't think players care about that stuff. To be honest, like obviously they might think, "All right, these guys are dickheads," but ultimately it's a job, innit? Like these men are thinking about how much are Man United gonna pay me? What can Man United do for my brand? The same thing that Mason Mount would have been thinking about. They're not thinking about how previous players have been treated unless they're necessarily friends with that player, innit? So I don't think that much thought goes into it, bro, to be honest. But ultimately, it's a job, innit? If man offering you good money and there's good work prospects, then you just end up going there, bro. Like that's just how football is.
Yeah, I feel like with football players, you always have to believe that you're the best anyway, and that wherever you go, you're going to go and improve it. So if you're going to go and improve it, you're not really going to be worried about the way fans perceive you, because if you're going there to improve it, you'll believe you have the fans on your side. So I don't know. I don't think
you have to go there thinking, all right, cool, it happened to him, but it won't happen to me. All of them, they got to be deluded to a certain degree, innit? and believe that it can't happen to them. They can't be the one that gets booed. They can't be the one that the fans turn on. Nah, I've got something different. You know what I mean? You have to believe that, even if it ain't true. You have to. And then said, thoughts on Lavia to Liverpool link. Bro, Liverpool quietly going about and doing some good business, innit? Quietly, they're going about and doing some good business. If they end up getting Lavia, which I don't think they will, but if they do end up getting him, yeah, it's good business because they need midfielders. I said it. I said they need 3. And if they go and get him as well and they end up with 3 centre midfielders, yeah, they are legitimately dealing with the problems that they had in the areas that they had them. Do you know what I mean? And, bruv, that's what you're supposed to do as a team.
I feel like we're going to be seeing another Liverpool City title race next season.
Yeah. I said to James last time we had the show, they're back in... They're shooting for top 4, yeah, if they get another midfielder. Do you know what I mean? If they get them 3 in, I think they're shooting for top 4, man, because they've already got the attack. So if you
that was their
that
biggest
midfield,
issue too.
Yeah.
And they've ducked all of our road runners in the process. Have to respect it.
100%. And that's what it is. So now, as much as people say Liverpool's bench are trash, you know them man are roided blood. Them man ain't gonna get injuries, fam. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Them man are going to be back on the inhalers, blood, because after they probably had a year out last year, they'll be back on their steroids, bruv, and they'll do their thing, bro. You know, like that. So I think that they're
even
definitely,
if not,
they're back in.
It's not like they're going to win it anyway. I feel like they're just going to be the team that comes closest to City.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's City's to lose again. As long as they don't have that slow start, it's theirs. And even if they have the slow start, like it makes a difference. Like it makes a difference. Like we're the Farmers League right now. It's fine. Yeah.
So bruv, Man City are fully running away with this thing. Man is saying the defense is trash. I hear that, but you defend from the front. If you've got energy at the front and then you've got a strong midfield behind it, by the time you get to the back line, you've had a lot to do. Do you know what I mean? And the way Liverpool counter press and all those things, I don't think the defense is going to be that big of an issue if they get the first 2 lines in front correct, which I think they have.
Even the defense, I think it's too early to judge that. Yeah, if they're looking at Levi Colwill as a centre-back option, clearly they're looking at strengthening their centre-backs before the season starts. So,
and clearly it means that they're not bringing in anyone. They're not looking to bring in anyone to start, and they're looking to bring in someone for depth. Because they got Konate and Virgil. They're not bringing him in to drop Virgil or Konate. I can't see it, bro.
But Colwill ain't going anywhere that's going to bench him.
Yeah, but they're not going to say that to him. They're not going to say, oh, come over here. We're not going to start you. They're just going to say, oh, yeah, you'll get more minutes here, bro, which is technically is not a lie.
Yeah, to be honest,
players don't really get guaranteed starting places, yeah, verbally, unless they're going to a team that they know that they can walk into. 1 second, bro.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, you man in the comments as well. My thing was, I was going to say, is that for Liverpool, it's a little bit different with them as well. I just deeped it because we're not in Europe. So we can't really rotate that much. They're in the Europa League. If Colwill joins them, he's playing every Europa League game, probably playing most of the cup games as well. That's more than enough game time for him to work. So it's a completely different situation at Liverpool. But yeah, you man, keep running up the likes. Keep running up the likes. I know we ain't got enough. This is the perfect opportunity for you man to hit the like button. So yeah, you man, get us to 700 likes by the time Rants returns. Iceman says, if Mount cooks for United, I want a public... Why would I apologize? We just got 55 million for him. It's not a bad deal for us, whether Mount does well at United or not. We got 55 million for a guy with 1 year left on his contract. 1 year left. Like, what are we doing, bro? I don't need an apology. There will be no apologies if Mason Mount does well there.